Good day, BTV Adtuan. I am Jovi Grace Singhing, a reporter from Group 4. Today, me and my group mates will tackle about learners with additional needs. But we will only focus on learners who are gifted and talented. But before that, let's have an icebreaker to waken you up. It is a game called Four Peaks, One Word. All you have to do is to guess the pictures shown in the presentation. Letters are also provided to help you guess the word correctly. So, are you ready, guys? Okay, let's start. The first pictures. Alright, very good. It is gifted. The second pictures. Very good. It is talented. Before I will discuss about learners who are gifted and talented, I will give you a quick introduction about our lesson. Children learn every day. This happens in various settings and different ways. Learning at times happens intentionally and with great effort, while there are also situations where it happens almost effortlessly. In this chapter, it focuses on learners with additional needs, highlighting the definition, identification, learning characteristics, and general education adaptations. So here are our learning objectives. At the end of the chapter, you or we will be able to first, identify the various additional needs learners might have. Second, differentiate the additional needs from one another. Third, recognize the characteristics of learners with additional needs. Fourth, discuss what marginalization means. And fifth, identify different marginalized groups. So, learners who are gifted and talented. Learners who are gifted and talented are students with higher abilities than average and are often referred to as gifted students. These are learners whose abilities, talents, and potential for accomplishment are so exceptional or developmentally advanced that they require special provisions to meet their programming needs. They often finish tasks ahead and might ask for more creative tasks or exercises. Exciting and energizing activities should be provided to continuously keep them motivated. So, what is the difference between gifted and talented students? The term giftedness refers to students with extraordinary abilities in various academic areas. These are learners who are extraordinary intellectual ability and creativity. They excel in one or more subjects, such as English or mathematics. However, talent focuses in students with extraordinary abilities in a specific area. These students have exceptional skills and abilities in a specific area such as arts, music, sports, creatives, designs, and performing arts. There is also another way to look into giftedness, which is conceptualized by Gardner in 1993. According to him, intelligence is multifaceted. The following intelligences are seen in Figure 6.1. First, the visual spatial intelligence. Spatial intelligence involves the ability to visualize and manipulate environments. Children with strong spatial intelligence are aware of the space around them and skilled at manipulating it in creative or innovative ways. Spatial intelligence skills or activities you could use in class includes putting together puzzles, painting, sculpting, or other artistic activities. Let's proceed to musical intelligence. Musical intelligence is defined as the ability to appreciate, create, and perform music. A few musical intelligence skills can include practicing pitch or a sense of rhythm, learning to sing or play an instrument, and recognizing musical notes and patterns. Third, we have the bodily kinesthetic intelligence. Bodily kinesthetic intelligence involves skillfully moving and controlling your body. Children with a strong sense of bodily kinesthetic intelligence often succeed in hands-on activities rather than theoretical assignments. A few ideas can include participating on a sports team or doing relay races or outdoor games. Fourth, we also have the interpersonal intelligence. It refers to the ability to interact with others in a healthy and meaningful way. These students can be introverted or extroverted but good in making friends. We also have the intrapersonal intelligence. It coincides in some ways with interpersonal intelligence, and it is defined as the ability to understand and analyze your own emotions, actions, and beliefs. Six, we have here linguistic intelligence. It involves the ability to comprehend words while reading, writing, or speaking. This can include reading and writing in a person's native language, but it also involves the ability to learn new languages. 7. We also have logical mathematical intelligence. It refers to the ability to use reason and analysis to solve problems. Students with this intelligence are also often skilled at identifying patterns to develop answers to a question. Lastly, we have naturalistic intelligence. It refers to a person's sensitivity to and appreciation for the natural world. They often have the affinity for recognizing and interacting with plants and animals. In addition to these 8 types of intelligences, Dr. Gardner considered adding existential intelligence. This would involve a person's ability to understand themselves and the world around them with a philosophical mindset. At this time, however, it is not one of the official intelligences in his theory. Now, let us proceed to identification. So, how can we identify gifted and talented students? In order to identify gifted and talented students, one must do the following. First, locate the student's domain of giftedness. There are 5 domains of giftedness. These are intellectual, academic, creative, leadership, and visual or performing arts. While students can show advanced skills in multiple domains, sometimes they only excel in one and may even fall behind in others. Second, describe the student's level of giftedness. So as shown in the table, giftedness is found at several levels. There are 5 levels. The mildly gifted with an IQ range of 115 to 129, moderately gifted with an IQ of 130 to 144, highly gifted with an IQ range of 145 to 159, exceptionally gifted with an IQ range of 160 to 179, and profoundly gifted with an IQ averaging in 180 or higher. Lastly, describe the student's field of talent. You have to describe the fields of their specialization or talents. Are they good in singing, dancing, or any kind of specific area such as arts, music, science, or language? So that's all for my part. Do you have any questions? If you don't have any questions, then let us proceed to the next topic to be reported by Ms. Bugahod.
So letter C is a learning characteristic. So not all learners will exhibit the learning characteristic of listed below. However, these are the common manifestation of gifted and talented learners. One might possess a combination of characteristics in varying degrees and amounts. So the first characteristic is high level of intellectual curiosity. So this is the example is he or she asks and seeks answers to the why question. So for example, if of this is be curious to yourself, ask questions and questions why. So intellectual curiosity is a natural desire to learn new things, understand the inner workings, and take a deep dive into subject. So the second characteristic is reads actively. So reads actively is an excellent active reading strategy that a teacher can demonstrate during a read and take aloud. So other example is this person is use imaginary and visualization to help them remember information. So the third is high degree of task commitment. So high degree and task commitment is the capacity of high levels of interest and involvement a particular problem. So the fourth is keen power of observation. So keen power of observation is a ability to notice and pay close attention to other things. So other example of this is they might and they might very interested, eager, and wanting. So the next characteristic is highly verbal. So highly verbal is um it is the person that should be glib to talk, quick to pick up, and generally alert to information conveyed by either written or oral speech. So other other meaning of hyperbole, it is implies lexical knowledge, verbal memory, the ability to understand and manipulate syntax, and the capacity to utilize symbolized language. So, so the six characteristic learners is gets bored easily. So this person, you feel tired and impatient because you have lost of interest in something or because you have nothing to do. So the seven characteristic can retain and recall information. So being able to focus, concentrate, and maintain attention, being able to pay attention to detail, being identify what is important. So the seven is excited about learning new concept. The person are the person who are motivated to acquire new skills, acknowledge, or to build on existing skills of knowledge. They fail good when they are learning new things, even though they may occasionally become frustrated when the material is challenging. So the ninth is independence in learning. Independence in learning when the when the person is monitor, and evaluate their own academic development so they can manage their own motivation towards learning. So, the independence also in learning is a way of process of learning in which learners have control and ownership of their learning. So the next is good comprehension of complex context. So this this characteristic is these characteristics includes the act of simultaneously extracting and constructing meaning from text. So enables readers to derive meaning from text when they engage in intentional problem solving and thinking process. So this good comprehension, the ability of readers to ask themselves relevant questions as they read. The next is strong, good, develop imagination. So good, develop imagination. The meaning of this is strengthens your creative abilities, and it is a great tool for creating and remodeling your world and your life. So strong imagination, it is imaginative, to be inventive and original. So the next is looks for new ways to do things. So looks for new ways is the person who likes to have a new idea or to think about something carefully so that you can make a decision about it. So the last characteristic of learners is often gives uncommon responses to common question. So other person is like to give you a question that are not not uncommon to your life. That's all. That's all of the learning characteristics.
Good day, everyone. I am Angelica Paredes, and today I will be going to report my topic, which is all about the general education adaptation. So, learners who are gifted and talented usually get bored since they have mastered the concept taught in the class. So, one thing that is common gifted students is that they are very inquisitive. Fulfilling their instructional needs may be challenging task. So these are some suggested strategies for teaching gifted students. So one of the example of this is when you have a students in the class, then when you report the topic, so she felt bored because she already know what is being taught in your topic. So it is very basic for her of what is being studied in their class. That's why she felt bored. And the most common thing on the gifted students is inquisitive. Masyado silang matanong. So that's what the gifted students is. So fulfilling their instructional needs may be a challenging task. But there are some suggestion strategies for teaching gifted students. So the first one is teachers may give enrichment exercise that will allow learners to study the same topic at more advanced level. So, for example, in the class, Honey is very gifted students, and then the teacher already knows that she is a gifted student, so the teacher will provide a exam for the class, and the different for her that is for Honey, because she already knows that Honey will get bored if it is same level that the test will be given is just like the average level of her class. So what she did is she advanced level that she give for Honey, and in that way she will learn and she will not get bored in the class. So the next one is acceleration. So, acceleration can lead students who are gifted and talented and can move their own pace, this resulting at times to in completing two grade levels in one school year. So, one of the strategies that will be used the teacher is the often ended activities with no right and wrong because it can provide and it can also emphasize on divergent thinking wherein there are more possibilities that determine answers. So the other one is the leadership roles can be given students since students have shown that gifted students are often socially immature. So, as one of the strategies that can be used by the teacher to teach gifted students is to give them leadership roles. Since most of them are often socially immature, they can now engage with the activity that needs a group or cooperation. So by that, they can improve their social interaction with others as one who leads the group to accomplish the given task to them. So the more the teacher give them a challenging roles, of course, the more they will learn. Not only the academic skills, but also on how to use their interpersonal skills. So the other one is extensive reading on subject of their own interest may be coordinated with the school librarian to further broaden their knowledge. So most of the gifted students are fond of reading books. So it may help the school library to provide of the books that they are needed for their studies, which will help them to broaden their knowledge about things which they are already know or the things that they didn't know. So that school library is a good source of reference which students need in school to support their knowledge. So the last one is long-term activities may be provided that will give the gifted students an opportunity to be engaged for an extended period of time. So since we already know that teachers are flexible enough when it comes to offering knowledge using different ways. So in her, it says that teacher should provide a long-term activities which will help for those who gifted students on focusing academic matter, but also engage them the activities that are relative in real life situation that gives them knowledge or learnings that will last for a long period of time that they can also apply in their lives. Also, the students should be prepared enough to be an active citizens of our society, and that's the purpose of giving them a long-term activities which is related in a real life situation. So that would be all, and thank you.
For the conclusion, the gifted students are students with extraordinary abilities in various academic areas. Talented students, on the other hand, are students with extraordinary abilities in specific areas. And that's all for our report. Do you have any questions, clarifications, comments, or suggestions? If you have any, please don't hesitate to ask us. Once again, this is Group 4. We hope you can get useful knowledge from our presentation. Thank you and good luck.